Hello, welcome back to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry. This is Blue. This is Monday Quilt Chat. Thank you for stopping by. Grab yourself something to drink and have a seat and sit down and chat with us. We're going to talk about all the quilty things that we like to do, like fabric and plans for projects and patterns and notions and all the yummy goodness that is our sewing lives. So, Blue, are you ready to take a nap while we talk? I think you are. Let's try it. He's a little needy. You know he's a little. I say that every time, don't I? You know already that he's a little needy. Okay, a lot needy. But if I tell him to go lay down, he'll usually go lay down. Go lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Lay down. So we'll see how long it takes before he stops looking my way and listening to everything that I say. He hangs on every word. My camera is so crooked. Let me fix that. You're so heavy. You're getting heavy. Okay, lay down. Lay down. Lay down, buddy. Good boy. Okay, that's a little better, I think. I may have tipped it a little bit wrong the other way, but you're probably more likely listening to me than watching me anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much. I'm close enough. All right, so the weather turned off warm on Sunday. This is Sunday for me, Monday for you, and it was just a really pretty day. And I don't know, we went through a little cold spell and rain and whatnot there this past week, but looks like we're heading back towards spring again. It took a little detour. Now we've come back to the main road. So hopefully soon we'll have consistently nice weather. But always gets me in a good mood to have the sun shining. And that's what we had. So from the long arm this weekend, I chose a small project. And you guys will probably remember this if you've been around any time at all. The FPP Heart Project that we did as a sew-along. Some of you did some of these hearts. Do I have it the right way up? Yeah, I do. So I put some of the Stonehenge surfaces on the back, the black. And then long-armed it in this, I don't remember what it's called now. But it was kind of a heart till I flattened it out to make it fit on here. That's something I'm kind of learning, you know, adjusting designs to fit. And this was okay. It was fine. It looks good. I mean, the hearts are so busy. You're not going to see a whole lot of the quilting anyway, but it is quilted up now, which I'm glad to have that little project done. And I will probably be facing this one instead of putting a visible border on it, because I think I want these piano key wonky borders to stand alone and not have anything around them. So I will get that done and show it to you again on Friday for some better pictures. Be a wall hanging. It's not really the appropriate theme for a baby quilt nor color scheme, in my opinion, so it would just make a cute wall hanging for somewhere. Also, this weekend I got done the Alaska Star. Here it is. I think this is my favorite one. It's so pretty. So Alaska is finished. Love it. Maybe Friday I'll put all of the ones I have done on the design board back there so you can see how this is coming along. We haven't looked at them for a while. So you know what this means? This means I need to pick another star. Let's pick one from Carol Doak's 60 Fabulous Paper Pieced Stars, including 10 new national parks. If you don't have this book and you want to try paper piecing, or this is just a book you haven't gotten yet, then grab my link in the description box and go over there, search for Carol Doak's State Stars, and you will see this book. Pick yourself up one. And I'm just kind of randomly picking one as I get them done. There's no timetable on this project. I just do one whenever I can get it done. When I get 12 or so, 16, I'll put a quilt together or something. So I'm not going to look. I'm just going to pick a page and see what happens. Mississippi! Yay! I got Mississippi! That's where my good friend Dolores lives. Hey Dolores, this one's on you. There's what it looks like. Pretty cool. So I will be making Mississippi next. I might as well keep this out because I need to go make copies of the patterns. Copy of the paper piecing sections. This one has, let's see, how many pieces does it have? 80 pieces. I think the Alaska had, let me see, what was it? I've had some that have had over 100. And it's really a fourth of that because they say that for four blocks. So you can put 4 blocks together in one big block, but I'm just doing one block. Let's see what Alaska was. Alaska was 104 pieces, or divide that by 4. And then, can you divide that by 4? Yeah, you can. So this will be 20 pieces per section. I think that's what that means. 20, 40, 60, 80 would be 20. So it's really only 16. 10 pieces. So there's 8 sections. 10 pieces per section. So that's not bad. Alaska was 13. I remember. So here we go. We will get those copied and have that on the list of things to do. The bin that's called State Stars. It has its own bin now. So it's a real project. So I got that, and I picked another. I'm looking at my list here. Okay, I told you I was going to talk a little bit about the Lori Holt patterns that I'm planning to merge together. And that is the Millie's dresses. And this color, my printer ran out of yellow ink, so everything's pink and blue looking. Yeah, so that's Millie's dresses. I bought this from Fat Quarter Shop, $12 and something, $12.48 I think, for that download. I think you can get a copy of it too. But have you all been noticing that now downloads aren't cheaper? They're charging the same amount for a download as they are for a pattern now. And I'm not talking about just Fat Quarter Shop. I think other places are doing that. I've run into other places that are doing that. Haberdashery is the other pattern. This is exclusive to the Fat Quarter Shop Sew Sampler box. So the only way that you can get this pattern is to subscribe to their box, which is $39.95 a month, I think. Or is it $29.95? I don't remember. $29.95, isn't it? So you get that every month, and you'll get a project. I showed you all that last week. So the only way to get this pattern is through that box. If you don't want a subscription, you can go buy a single box for $50, but you will get all of the stuff that was in the box, like normal. Like I showed you last week with the little light, the thread, the needles, the pattern with the partial jelly roll and all that. Or is that a full jelly roll? No, it's not. So it's a good little box. So if you're wanting this pattern really bad, sign up for it and make sure you're going to get this box as your first one, which would have been March box. March box, is that right? I think so. So it's not a sew-along. It's not a proper sew-along. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making this up for you to sew along with me. But if you get this pattern and you want to buy this pattern and you want to do what I'm going to do, merging these two patterns together, I will be showing you how to do that. It will be adjusting. The hats and the dresses will be according to the pattern. But the sashing and the borders will be different, because I've been thinking about this and looking at these patterns. There's 4 dresses across. And there's 3 hats. And these are small quilts. This one is, let me see, it's small. Well, not too small. 58.5 by 70.5. But that's with the borders. If you take the borders off, it's way smaller. Let me tell you. I was just looking at this. It is 39.5 by 51.5 is the center, the quilt center. See that? So if I take that, and then this is 46 by 47, I'm going to wind up with, it's going to be, well, it depends, because I'm going to have to change the size of the sashing. They will be narrower. So it'll be a normal size quilt doing that. Normal as in, let's just say 80 by, let's say 70 by 84 or something like that. 60 by 84. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. And I'll tell you what my border measurements will be. Not borders, sashing. I'll tell you that. But for the rest of it, you've got to buy these patterns or get the box. So that's what's going down with that. I have not sewn together much yet. I have cut. I need to cut. This is for the hats, and I need to cut these down into 2.5-inch squares. And then I have made my hat bands, or at least most of the hat band. I've cut the hat bands, and then I have part of the flower that goes on the hat band. So there's like a little 4-petaled flower on that hat band. See that? So I only have 1 of 4 sections done on that hat band, which are these. I did half of them in a red and half of them in a blue. I think according to the pattern, it was split in 3, but I split it in 2 or something like that. And I still need to make the other, with these and these, I still need to make the other 3 pieces of that bow or flower or whatever. I think they're calling them flowers on here. It's really kind of like a bow. Yeah, they're calling them hat flowers and flower corners. And yeah. So anyway, I'm barely started on one of these hats, or some of these hats. But I think we can make all the blocks. And like I say, make the 4 rows and just alternate. Dress, hat, dress, hat, dress, hat, dress. So the dresses will be on the ends of each row, and the hats will be every other in between. That's what I'm going to do. So that's that Lori Holt pattern fusion thing that I was referring to last week. I did get in this week my background. I did not have any appropriate background for this, so I got a cream color. This is actually from the same designer as this Harvest, what is it called? Market Street by Heather Peterson. This is from her collections. So I don't know if I did that on purpose or not, but it looks great with it. It's kind of a linen look. It's called grass cloth. It's just cotton, but it's called grass cloth. It looks like a linen, and I think that'll be a great background for that. So that came in. I got 4 yards because I didn't know how much I was going to need, so I just went ahead and got 4 yards. I think I spent $35 for that. Not too bad. Not too bad. So that's that. And I'm also going to get, I think I'm going to get a notebook, like a spiral notebook that's clear on the front. Poke holes in these. Open this. Poke holes in it like this, and put them all in one notebook. So it'll be 3-hole punched, and then it'll be in a really thin, like a 1/2 inch. Is it a 1/2 inch is the smallest notebook? And then I'll put this picture in the front of it. So anyway, I was thinking about that, how much nicer it is to have a notebook for your patterns, your projects. And that way your pattern stays nice and neat and in order, and you're not flipping pages every which way, and you know how it can get. and miss a step or something. That would be horrible. So keeping them in a notebook, like I did with this book. I took this book and actually had it cut and hole punched and put it in book form. So that's working out good, and I think I'm gonna keep doing that kind of thing just to keep my projects even more organized. So that's what I'm going to do on the Lori Holt pattern front there. And then, let's see, we've entered into a new month. So I have new blocks of the month things to do. And an update on Happy Days. Remember I was telling you that I'm getting 2 more mailings. I didn't know what they could possibly be other than a backing. Well, let me tell you, I got the mailing, the second to the last mailing, and it was just a small piece of fabric with the fabric like, I don't know, 5/8 inch or something, 5/8 of a yard for binding. So I don't know, maybe I should have known this up front, but the last month is going to be the backing. The second to the last month is the binding, but yet you still have to pay the $35 a month to be in the block of the month, even though there's no sewing to be done this month and there's no blocks to be done. Not that I don't have anything to do on it. I know, I got to get my borders done and on there. That's my goal for March. I reset the goal that by the end of March I will get that done. I have every intention of getting it done way before that. Yes. And then I also have my barn stars for this month to do. And I've already done my pressed flowers. You saw that on Friday. So that's it as far as obligations that I have with blocks of the month or blocks of the week or block a day. I'm not doing Pat Sloan's block a day. I concretely decided I'm not going to do it this time. I just don't like the quilt enough to do it. It's a little bit stressful to assign yourself a block every day to do on that. So I'm just not going to do it. It's easy, super easy. They always are, because they would have to be to obligate people to make a block every month or every week, every day in March. It's a block a day. So, I don't know, I have to love it to want to do it, and I didn't love this one. The prior 2 years, yes, I did. One was string beans, I did that, and then last year was, oh no, I'm not going to be able to think of what it was. Kind of looked like an Irish chain, but I don't remember what she named it. So, yeah, I'm not doing it. Just not into it. So, I'm feeling a little bit, light. I still have to go through my Anne of Green Gables bin and process those scraps, what's left. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to make another patchwork or something out of what's left. There's plenty. And so I'm gonna try to get that done in the next couple of days. At least see what I have, see what I can make with it, and use those scraps up for another quilt. And the rest I will just process like I normally do. Process my scraps. So I have that to do. Thanks to everyone on you commenting on the Anne of Green Gables. Everyone seemed to really love it as much as I did. So I appreciate all your kindness towards that project, and I had a lot to say about it all the time, so you had to suffer through me loving this quilt project, and I appreciate that. But you all seem to really like it as well, so it's one of my epic quilts, I think. That one, Happy Days. There's a couple more that I have that need to be quilted. The Nantucket Summer, whatever, the mystery block of the month for last year, Fat Quarter Shop. That one. And there's another one. I can't remember what the other one was that I did that I really liked. But I still have lots of quilts to quilt on the long arm. I really do. And, you know, I'm making new ones too, so that number is not going down very fast. I'm going to have to double up. I probably should have done 2 small quilts this weekend, but I only did the one. So I got off easy. I didn't have to spend too much time. I think I got it done in 45 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. Didn't have too many hiccups with it or anything either, so that helped a lot. What have I purchased recently? Well, I just showed you the background that I got for the Lori Holt patterns. I got that in this week. And if you saw my Wednesday video where I went to my local quilt shop, you saw me pick up this. It is a big tree. It is so pretty. It's got some metallic on it. This was a little bit of an impulse buy. I wasn't going to buy anything when I went in there, but it was $9.99, so give me a break. So I like this. I'm thinking about just putting it on the long arm and doing some free motion all over it. I think you could do just about anything and not mess it up. So if you want to know what this is, it's called Utopia by Chonga Wang for Timeless Treasures Fabrics of Soho. Utopia. You could just type in Utopia and Timeless Treasures and you'd probably find it. I'm sure it's still out there somewhere. And if you can't find it, let me know. They had a stack of 5 or 6 of them. They could probably ship you one. That's the Sew and Vac Authority of Clarksville, Indiana. So that's the only thing I bought. Other than that, you saw me while I was in there. I bought that glide foot for the long arm. And I love that, by the way. You all were totally right about that. That really made long arming smooth sailing. So that's a big improvement on my long arm front there. So yeah, I'm enjoying that glide foot. If you don't know what I mean, it's a clear kind of bowl shaped foot, and it really does glide over your project, your quilt really nicely. And I think it cut down on the noise of the long arm. My long arm is not that noisy. I know when I put those videos on Facebook, it sounds like, you know, I'm using a chainsaw or something, but it's not that noisy. It's not very irritating, and I'm very sensitive to obnoxious noises. It doesn't bother me. So I have a ladybug in here that I'm watching over here to my right. It fell down from the ceiling while I was talking, and he's just making his rounds down here on the sewing machine. So I don't know about your part of the country, but we get those stink bugs really bad, and the ladybugs all at the same time. It's a plague. We have a plague. He does not like the end of my ink pen. Probably smells funny. So I talked to you last week too about the heat and press and the vinyl cutter that I got from that company for free to review those. And I ordered a desk for those, and that has been back ordered. I thought I was going to get that last week on Monday, and I didn't get it. And now it's back ordered. And then one of my camera mounts that I ordered for the ceiling, it's kind of like a pole that you mount onto the ceiling, from Amazon. It's on back order. And then I ordered a matching to the desk. I ordered a matching art bin cart, a vertical one. It's on back order. So what is going on? I want my stuff. I paid for it. I want my stuff. So I did not get that. So I did not do any major cleaning on my room yet. That's when I'm going to do that. When those things come, I'm going to be moving things around, and that's when I'm going to do my major cleaning. It'll probably be a marathon cleaning, which I'm not good at anymore. I just don't have the energy to go hours at a time cleaning, but I'll do the best that I can, probably over 4 or 5 days, to get everything back where it needs to be. I've got so many things hanging on the wall. I don't know about you and your space, but sometimes when your space is kind of small, the only place to go is up, like on the walls. So I've got so much stuff attached to the walls. One of these days, the walls are just going to collapse in on me because I've got so much stuff on the walls. I feel that way anyway. I'm sure I could probably put a few more things up. But, yeah, everything's hanging around. So, let's see. What else? What am I going to get into today? Well, I'm going to do the Anne of Green Gables scrap cleanup thing. I'm going to do that for sure. And then I'm going to also work on this Lori Holt pattern fusion idea that I have. That's what I'm going to do. Here's my journaling for last week. Look, I work 7 days a week. I did something every single day. No days off for me. But I enjoy it. Something I've been doing, although I was going to tell you. I've been setting some goals for myself daily. So the night before I go back into the house, I make a sticky note to put on for the next day and call it Monday's goals, Tuesday's goals, Wednesday's goals. Each day has its own sticky note. And I'm about out of these. I like these big ones. So I'm going to have to go down to the little ones because that's what I've got. But I've been putting daily goals on here. And that helps me. Yeah. You know, it helps having the bins out where I can see them. But it also, you know, not everything is project bin related. There's other things that you do, you know. Like, for example, check this out. This is some eye candy for you. See that? 10 bobbins I just rolled a few minutes ago. I love these little holders for your bobbins. These work really good. And I just happen to have 10 of these. I think I got them from Temu. I'm not telling you go to Temu to buy it. Stop. Don't say anything about that. I didn't really say that. I'm sorry. You can get them on Amazon. They're probably all made in the same factory, honestly. But anyway, I've got that done. And then sometimes, you know, you're doing cleaning. Sometimes you're doing fabric decluttering or rearranging, organizing, you know, all those types of things. Making copies for FPPs and all that stuff. And I like to put all of that stuff in my journal and also give myself assignments for the day to do some of these things to keep on track. So, what is the quilt of the week this week? Oh, it's a very vintagey looking one. I will put a picture right here. And it is called I Thank You All. It's 30 inches by 40 inches, which means those little squares in there are really little. This is by Diane Clem of Menominee, Wisconsin. It says here, while in France, Diane saw some ribbon embroidery. Afterwards, she bought Les Quilts borders and some ribbon. I'm not sure what that means. Afterwards, she bought Les Quilts borders, L-E-S, Quilts borders. It's in capital letters. Les Quilts borders? I don't know. And some ribbon. When she returned home, she was diagnosed with cancer, which gave her time to try her new embroidery. The quilt is now a reminder of the family and friends who helped her through this challenge. Juried into the Great Wisconsin Show, Madison, Wisconsin, and displayed at Hope, Hugs, and Healing in Wisconsin. Well, that's kind of sad. I hate to hear that. The pattern is called Susanna. Oh, she got the pattern while she was in France. Okay, I get it now. Duh. Les Quilts Brodés de la Fée Pirouette by Natalie Mayence of Quilt Mania. Sorry, I didn't take French. I didn't take French in high school. I took Spanish. I can say anything in Spanish, but French, I butcher it every time. I'm so sorry, all you French speakers out there. But this is very pretty in those soft pastel-y colors. There's some little bit brighter blue in some of it, but most of it's kind of pastel. And lots of intricate quilting there. She did a lot of little stippling, and that's really effective on a light color. I love that. And her border with the 9 patches on point, and then the center area with the big 9 patches on point, and then all that beautiful ribbon embroidery. This is gorgeous, just gorgeous. It's called I Thank You All. I don't know, I just feel a little bit sad about that. I kind of have a feeling maybe Diane is no longer with us. I'm not sure. But here we go, another week blank. I need to get busy today so I can put something on this Monday. It's Sunday for me, so technically I need to make myself a list. So I'm going to get busy on that, and then I will be back here on Wednesday for an interesting video that I have planned, and so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. And then on Finish It Friday as well, come back and see what I've finished and see what others have finished. We'll just have a big show and tell. But until then, have a great week and get something out to sew, get some UFOs out, or start a new project, or work a little bit on a block that's just been kind of bugging you and you just can't seem to get back to the project. Do a little work on a block, and that'll get you going again. So have a great week. I will see you soon, and for now, we'll talk soon. Bye.